Hello again, folks. Thanks again for checking out one of our videos on the Kings Highway Historic Site markers. We have a grand total of 11 throughout the county. You can find several videos here on the channel that exploring the stories of a lot of those different stops. You can also check out our description and find out some information about where to find those stops, where they are, as well as give us a like and subscribe if you like the video at the end, and that'll help you get more updates in the future on other historic things throughout Prince William County. But right here at this marker particularly, we're talking about Locust Shade and the area around it. Now today Locust Shade is a county park. There's a wonderful lake, plenty of recreation opportunities, as well as exercise and science programs and all kinds of things like that. But it also is located on top of the site and proximate to different other associations with the Kings Highway, which was a road that was finished in the 1730s from Boston all the way down through the Atlantic coast British colonies, trying to connect as many colonial and local capitals as possible to ensure quick communication and mail passage without having to risk it aboard ships on the Atlantic coast. Here in this area, though, Locust Shade itself was a plantation owned by James H. Reed that was located towards the south end of the park. One farm, Mr. Reed was also owned businesses in Dumfries and was an officer of the Orange and Alexandria Railroad that was built from Alexandria all the way out through western Prince William and down to Orange and eventually Charlottesville. So very busy man. It is one of many plantations in the area that were largely in the early days farming tobacco and then later wheat with slave labor. That also included Berea, owned by Sophia Carter, which was to the west on the golf course today, and also two communities in the area here. Even as close as Dumfries and other places were, there were still separate communities down here with their own services, their own mail, their own stores and things like that. One of them called Forestburg and the other called Missouri Mills. Now, there was a unique challenge in this area to road builders and maintainers and travelers, and that is the Chopawamsett Swamp. Chopawamsett Creek, which forms the southern boundary of Prince William County through this area, is not really just one waterway. It's sort of a mass of streams and creeks and swamps and marshes all throughout the southern end of the county, which meant there was really not one road through this area. There were many different paths that were available depending on the level of rainfall and the level of conditions in the season that would allow them to be used. So Missouri Mills was one road that, to a little bit to our west, that was considered kind of all weather. It was available in most conditions, whereas the road behind me that now forms Route 1 for a long time was considered kind of generally okay, the quickest route, but in high weather or high water or bad weather might not be available because the road had been turned to mud or submerged. As late as the 1900s, AAA in fact recommended travelers that wanted to avoid potential hazards actually go as far west as Manassas and then come back down 17 to Fredericksburg that way. Modern 17, wasn't called that then. Now, here as well, we can see signs of that improvement, how once the State Highway Department, then later VDOT was created, the roads were paved, bridges were put in, culverts were put in, and on this marker in particular, we have a photo showing some of the improvements made to the road through Chopawamsett. Now, one of the other cautions that often appeared in the newspaper in bad weather, how true it was, we don't know. We do have several photos showing local farmers helping pull people's cars out of the mud here in Chopawamsett Creek Valley. But we also have newspaper articles from Manassas and DC and Richmond warning people that if somebody does pull your car out, they may charge you quite a bit of money to do so, and warn people to keep an eye out and only pay fair prices for that kind of service. So was that suspicious from the big city, suspicions from the big city of folks in Prince William? And how real was that? We don't really know, but it was remarked upon on several different occasions. So come out, check out Locust Shade sometime. Check out our other videos on the other Kings Highway related sites throughout Prince William County. And once again, if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe and check out another video. We'll see you later.